This post is actually part of an arbor that I built, oh gosh, must be 25 years ago. And this wood is actually from the house I grew up in, my parents' house, and it's tamarack. So this has probably been exposed to the elements for at least 50 years. And it's rotted out some, but it's still pretty solid for being outside that long. Years ago, being in the ground wet all the time, or most of the time, it rotted off. So I added this landscape. It's basically a 4x4, except each side is rounded, this side's flat. And I ran 2 lag bolts in to hold it, which would then support the arbor for, actually it has for many years. But now I need to move it, take it out of the ground. So most posts aren't going to be designed this way. I'll show you. See this, the green treated only comes up that far, and then the green treated goes down on the ground. The tamarack is rotted off there. So what I'm going to do is take Sawzall, cut in here so I can get a jack underneath here and jack it out of the ground. But if this wasn't on here, what I would do is I would probably take a 4x4 and bolt it onto here, so then I can get the jack underneath it and lift it out. So it's a little bit different than your average scenario, but I'm going to take the Sawzall and cut this off, and I think I'm actually going to get a ratchet strap and go around here also. I don't know how strong the lag bolt is here and here. When I start jacking, I don't want that to come loose, so I want to pull this green treated out of the yard. So I'm going to cut that off and grab a ratchet. Under normal circumstances, the piece of wood that would represent this is the post, but because I added the green treated on over here, this is more kind of like the block now. And I would put the block up higher, so I had to dig down using my garden shovel, dig down a ways to be able to get the 2-ton hydraulic jack in here. And I cut off that tamarack. I couldn't believe how hard it was to cut through. This is still hard as a rock in the center area. It is hard. Amazing wood. One of my favorites. Well, I have many, but besides the point. So now I've got the jack in there. Let's see if this is coming out. Yep. Yeah, the jack is sticking, going down into the ground. So I'm gonna have to take the pressure off here. Tighten that back up and take a block of wood. 2x4 scraps. I hate to throw them away. They come in super handy, so I'll put that in there. That'll make a little bit bigger base. That fits good. So now, let's try that again. And you can see over here the green treated is coming out of the ground. This is the end of March, and had a lot of rain last few days. Frost is out of the ground, but the ground is wet, and it's probably coming out easier than it would if it had been warmer and drier for a while. So I'm going to finish jacking that up and pull that post out. Jacked it up as high as it go. It's come out about 3 inches. Take the pressure off. Push it back. Tighten up the hydraulic pin here. Another piece of 4x4. And put 2 in there. Actually gotta screw this up a ways too. That rumbling sound is my truck. I had to move it. It was parked right up next to this post. Get that now. Let's continue to jack it up. Yeah, the bad thing about this jack is it doesn't go up real high, 3-4 inches at a time. But it sure beats trying to pull this thing out by hand, wiggling it, lifting on it. Not fun. Or trying to dig the thing out. Yeah, she's maxed out there again. Take this loose. Yeah, pull this going back in the ground. Oh, hang on, I don't want it to fall over. I'm gonna see if I can get this out. That green treated, I remember it's only in the ground maybe 2 feet. Let's see if I can get this out of here. There we go. It was maybe in the ground 1.5 feet maybe. But that tamarack is heavy, and so is that green treated. I'm surprised how well that green treated's held up. It's been in there for quite a few years. But much easier way to get a post out of the ground. Well, be sure and check out my other videos. Please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment below. Have a great day.